Greetings and God bless you. Love Gospel Assembly here in the Bronx. Greet you in the name of the Lord, and I greet anyone else who possibly stumbles on this small nugget from the book of Proverbs. We're doing words of wisdom from the book of Proverbs. And I wanted to focus in on a proverb that has really ministered to me, especially in these past few weeks. It's Proverbs 24:10. And I'm going to read it in various versions. I'm not going to say which the versions are, but I'll read it in various versions so you right away get the general idea. There's nothing really hidden in it so much. It says, Proverbs 24:10, that if thou faint in the day of adversity, thy strength is small. The Amplified, if you are slack or careless in the day of distress, your strength is limited. If you slack off on a day of distress, your strength is small indeed. If you fail to act in the day of trouble, your strength is too little. If you do nothing in a difficult time, your strength is limited. You are a poor specimen if you can't stand the pressure of adversity. If you fall to pieces in a crisis, there wasn't much to you in the first place. That's from the Message. That's from the Message. This proverb always encouraged me because it motivates one to courage. Courage when you truly need it, and that's in times of trouble. It motivates one to press through and not give up in one's faith in God when you need it, and that's in adversity, in trouble. When we have periods of blue skies, strength and good health, our bank accounts are balanced, all the bills are being paid, we are surrounded and supported by family and friends. As we swim smoothly along the current of good fortune and the wind of favor is always blowing behind us, it's easy to be at rest, it's easy to be at peace. But that's not reality. The reality is that in life, circumstances change. The winds do shift from tailwinds to headwinds, from sunshiny days to storm-filled moments. From heartfelt laughter, we turn to a torrent of tears. Truth is that this short list of negatives is an ever-present reality in the world that we live in since birth. This proverb affirms the truth that all humanity will experience adversity, trouble, setbacks, notwithstanding your family legacy, your financial or your educational status, or your religious beliefs. Trouble is a part of life. The Bible teaches us that we live in a broken, fragmented, sin-infested world. Sin altered our godly DNA, brought us into rebellion with a good and holy God who loves us deeply without conditions. Sin brought adversity. Adversity from the Latin means opposition. It brought opposition, it brought calamity, it brought catastrophe, it brought difficulty, it brought disaster, it brought hardship, it brought hard times, it brought misery, it brought misfortune, it brought mishap, it brought sorrow, it brought suffering, it brought trouble, it brought affliction, it brought sickness, it brought disease. We can go on and on and on and on. I hope I'm encouraging you. I don't know about that, right? But adversity here in this proverb is from the Hebrew word, and it means pressure, or what constricts us, or rubs together. It's used of a narrow place that hems someone in. It speaks of tribulation, especially the internal pressure that causes someone to feel confined. Have you been there? Confined, and you find yourself that you're without options. You don't know which way to turn, which way to go. What's the right course as you cope with the internal pressure? And throughout the Bible is real clear. It informs us of the reality of trouble. And I could read a whole lot of verses, and I'll just read a few. It says in Psalm 20, verse 1, in times of trouble, may the Lord answer your cry. May the name of the God of Jacob keep you safe from all harm. Psalm 86:7 says, in the day of my trouble, I will call upon you, for you will answer me. And Jesus stated it, I think, about the most plainly as possible. John 16:33. In this world you shall have tribulation, but be of good cheer. I have overcome the world. And I love the way the Amplified puts it. In the world you have tribulation and trials and distress and frustration, but be of good cheer. Take courage. Be confident, certain, untaunted, for I have overcome the world. I have deprived it of power to harm you and have conquered it for you. I love that aspect of the translation that it reads. Realizing that trouble is part and parcel of life, this proverb encourages us and reminds us that wisdom dictates preparation for the unexpected moments where the wind of good fortune will shift. And many times when we least expect it, things change dramatically. Wisdom teaches us, and I love what this commentary guy said. It says that in the day of adversity did not make your strength more. The day of adversity did not make your strength small, but it revealed your strength to be small. There is a sense in which we should welcome the day of adversity as a revelation of our inner strength or weaknesses and the true condition of our faith. Stating that someone who fails or quits or surrenders in times of trouble is weak is not meant as an insult, but as a warning that we would look at our lives in those moments. God's words informs us to anchor our lives on the Lord, who is our refuge, our strength, our hiding place, the rock that we stand on as our foundation, and we will not be moved. Strength, courage, perseverance, and faith are not measured in times of ease, but when adversity, trouble blow our way. We cannot claim to be strong until we have been tested as children of God. Life will test us. Circumstances will test us. And God will allow testing in our lives to reveal what we're really made of and acknowledge above all and realize how much we need Him. How do we grow and get stronger through adversity? Wisdom teaches us because we learn perseverance. We learn to push through the tough times. We learn that we're capable of more than ever possible as we lean on God and trust in His word. We learn to lean on our faith when all else is lost. And God's word always admonishes us towards that, right? It says, don't be weary in well-doing, for in due season you shall reap what? If you faint not. Another verse says to be steadfast, immovable, always abounding in the work of the Lord, for as much as you know that your labor is not in vain in the Lord. Then Romans 5, I love, says this, but we also glory in our sufferings, because we know that suffering, trouble, trials, situations, bitter, ugly situations produce perseverance, and perseverance, character, and character, hope. And lastly, it says in 1 Corinthians 16:13, be on your guard, stand firm in the faith, be courageous, be strong. So throughout the Bible and so many other verses, God by His Spirit is encouraging us that in the day of adversity, not to faint. For if we do, truly it shows how weak we are and that we're in need of anchoring ourselves in God, looking into His word, holding on to Him and His promises so that we can press through. God bless you.
Thank you for joining us in this week's Nuggets of Hope. We hope you continue to join us, and we hope that you are blessed by each teaching. You can join us on Instagram, Facebook, or YouTube. God bless you.